The GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition did less than good in reviews. In fact, I can't lie, it's pretty disappointing. I'm going to be sharing my personal opinion and my insight on this atrocity. I'm going to try to keep my opinions 100% unbiased, and that's because I played the original games. So it's going to be a little bit difficult for me to do that, but I will do my best. First things first, I think anyone young just coming into Grand Theft Auto 5 should experience the original trilogy, no doubt about that at all. But here's one of many issues. Rockstar said that they were going to redefine the controls, but all they did was give a different controller layout. What's the definition of redefine? To do something different. But I guess they technically didn't lie because they did change the controller layout, but I'm pretty sure you can actually go into the settings and change them back to the classic controls if you want. But they did nothing else differently. They were supposed to be more fluid and give a better feeling, but they feel exactly the same. And I understand they wanted to keep it nostalgic, and I'm glad for that. But we live in a society now where if something is just too difficult, these kids are not going to want to play it. I can't speak for other countries, but I can speak for America, and I live there, so I know what people are like. And I know that 10-year-olds, the 8-year-olds, or even the 7-year-olds are not going to want to play this game, and that's because of how difficult it is. A good example is when I was playing GTA 3 the other day. I got to this mission that once gave me trouble back in the early days of this game on PS2. It was one of the first El Diablo racing missions called Turismo. The driving mechanic back in 2001 was a little off-putting. I'm not saying that it was bad, because back in 2001 it was great. It was a whole new world and it was new, fresh, and even fun. But now in 2021, 20 years later, it just doesn't hold up. Again, I know they wanted to keep it nostalgic, but I believe that they should have redefined the controls in a way to make the mechanics feel a lot like GTA 5. And I know a lot of OG players may disagree with me, but I'm just saying that in order to draw in a younger crowd, that might have been a good idea. Keep everything else the same. I don't even care about the cartoony look of the games, which I will talk about in a minute. But in order to draw a younger crowd in, they should have made the feel of the games better. As far as the graphics go, I kind of feel like I am put inside of a cartoon mod for PC. This looks way too cartoony, and it looks like something straight out of the Looney Tunes. At first, yes, I was impressed, but only by the lighting, and I didn't really play through enough of the games at the time to really form an honest opinion. But this is my honest opinion. The character models look like crap, and some of them are just downright laughable. I mean, some of the NPCs don't look too bad, but the main character models look just awful. And I mean, seriously, Claude's hair looks like he's some sort of an action figure. Carl has these noodle arms, and his lips are extremely exaggerated in size, and Tommy looks like he's had one too many Twinkies in the past 20 years. The years have not been kind to him. As far as the actual graphics for the environment goes, it's really not that bad, except for the blinding rain, and maybe the draw distance in San Andreas. Originally, they used to have this fog due to technical limitations at the time, and they had since removed it in the definitive edition, and it made the map feel a lot smaller than I remember. And I'm not trying to be too nitpicky, but the recordings on this as well look super dark, and I'm using the same programs that I've used in other videos. But when I say lighting, I mean like the reflections in the vehicles, the real-time shadows, and that's all good and dandy, but that might be the only thing good and dandy. Look, I love the GTA games, but it truly saddens me that this is the best a $3.5 billion company can make. A couple months ago, before this game was even announced, Take-Two Interactive went on a political rampage by filing lawsuits against a number of mod creators for the PC versions of the original trilogy. I'm sure you've already been made aware, so I'm not going to share screenshots of those articles discussing what exactly happened. To put those into perspective for those that don't play PC, these mods are free, provided you have a mod menu, which sometimes mod menus are what you have to buy. And a lot of these mod creators have donation tabs on their website, but other than that, you can still download the mods for free. Take-Two Interactive decided they were going to file lawsuits against these people and have these mods taken down, but my question is why? If I was the head of Rockstar or Take-Two Interactive, what I would do is contact those mod creators and offer them a job, because honestly, these mod creators can do a better job at making these games look better than what a billion-dollar company can actually do, and it's really hard to believe. What you're seeing on your screen right now is GTA San Andreas with an RTX graphics mod, and this is a video that I found on YouTube that was uploaded over 8 months ago, and it's comparing it to the original game. In my opinion, yes, this does look a lot like GTA 5, but I actually like this look better than the definitive edition that was released on the 11th of November. It looks as though they have slapped this game together to get it out the door quickly, and now we have another Cyberpunk 2077 on our hands. It became a quick cash grab, and it's not like they're not making enough money on GTA Online as it is. Honestly, I'm kind of dissing it, but say what you want, I still truly believe that people should experience these games for what they are because they have great stories. They're still really good games. But these games came with some glitches that should not have been there, rain that just looks like crap, typos believe it or not, and a draw distance that makes you feel like you're in the middle of a giant void of a world with one small island in the middle. Not only this, but these games have been created by a gaming company that specializes in mobile games. So did I actually pay $60 for a mobile game? If it's not a mobile game, then what is it? Is it like a beta version of this game? Because that's what it feels like. If you want the younger people to experience how great these games were, then let them play the originals. But you actually took the originals off of any store, so you can't get it unless you have an old school system and you buy it off of eBay. But this, the definitive edition, is like a spit into the face of the originals. Please, do better, Rockstar.